Loving music is the only prerequisite to making it. And I wish knowing that information was enough for the people that want to start. But people love their dillying, and that's fine, that's life. But then they start dallying. And I don't want to hear any more excuses. You like listening to music, right? Then make some. Don't stress about the details. I'll show you how. A beautiful thing that people don't realize when you know how to make music is that you can do cooked shit like this.
What the fuck is Ligma?
Balls. I mean, if that's not enough to convince you, yada yada, creative fulfillment, emotional outlet. But isn't this better?
He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love the way he rides.
Hopefully that's enough of a why you should make music, but I thought it'd be helpful if I go through why you wouldn't. Tier list time. Because what better way to format how dilly-dalliers justify themselves? I've got 4 reasons here as to why people won't start music. Let's go through these excuses one by one because I honestly think that I have a solution that addresses all of these. I don't have enough time. This reason, immediately in fuck ass tier. What do you mean you don't have time? If you're watching this video, you physically have the time to watch this video, and you know, it's good too, you can do that as well. I just want to ask you to dig a little bit deeper as to why you think this is a reason. Is it simply something you don't want to prioritize over other things? That's okay, I'll accept that as an answer. Obviously this video isn't for you. If you want, you can just skip to here, listen to the music in the video and move on with your life. But yeah, if this is the reason you're coming to me with, I'd ask you to think a little bit deeper about it, because usually I find that it's a thinly veiled excuse for one of these other reasons. I'm self-conscious. Thinking too much, not good for the soul. And probably not the best idea to be taking self-image advice from a guy who hops on the internet with a veil. All that to say, right, like I can really relate to this reason. So to help you with it, I'm gonna be a bit vulnerable here. And I'm gonna show you our monthly stats on Apple Music. That's 0. Shazam! I really gotta stop with that joke. I don't want to be building up a rep. Basically, no one is listening to our shit, and we're basically begging them to. So I can promise you that no one is gonna listen to yours if you don't want them to. Ask all my mates when I started. I basically had to strap them down to get them to listen. And another thing, you know you're allowed to be bad at something you're starting, right? Expressing yourself doesn't necessarily mean sharing it. You don't have to be good at it to express yourself and to love doing it. You don't even have to be good to release it, man. Like,
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows.
This one, well, I can understand it. Fuck ass tier. It's too difficult. Yeah, I can't really argue on this one. If you want to start anything, it's gonna be difficult, man. No amount of tips I can give you is gonna save you from having to actually do the thing. But it's a lot easier if you love doing the thing. So I can understand this one. We can put this, you know, D for difficulty. No, I'm putting that shit fuck ass. Fuck ass, do the thing. I sound like those BetterHelp ads. It's too expensive. Yeah, I felt this way too, trust, when I was starting. As much as music has been a part of my entire life, it's taken me a good long while to get into it. You might find that when you're starting to get into music, there's a whole world of proper technique for your instrument, or sheet music, music theory, all of that bullshit, just obstacles in the way of just making it. But that's when I discovered there's a whole world of depressed European kids on the internet just making the craziest shit. No music theory, no sheet music, nothing but FL Studio and a computer.
In a cave with a box of scraps!
Which I had in spades, by the way. The depression, to be clear. I kept that thing on me in high school. An air of misery. But yeah, nowadays, again, we live in a time where it's easier now more than ever to make music. You can do it for free. There's trial versions. You can steal it. Fuck ass. All of these reasons become fuck ass when you realize you can just make covers. And I feel like there's a good reason as to why these huge artists started with making covers on YouTube. And that's because essentially you're starting at the other end of the finish line. And that makes the whole thing faster and easier and more of a low stakes environment because you're putting less of yourself into the music you're making. Keep in mind, that's just the start. You see, I've played a little trick on you. This is just stage 1. You know, you're making a cover, maybe playing a little bit of guitar, your finger slips, you know. Self-expression, bitch. Over time, if you're a music fiend like me or Ariel, it'll stop being enough. You wanna express yourself more and cater the song more to your tastes. And that's onto stage 2, where you kind of make it your own. And honestly, this one is usually the biggest hurdle to jump because it's where self-consciousness and fear can kind of get in the way. And even though it's helpful to start with something you already love, it can still be a little bit scary. But here's the secret. If it doesn't sound good to you, it literally doesn't matter at all. to anyone, anywhere. It's just you in your bedroom. Just fuck everything else. And you just sort of let your love of music carry you through this process. And that's again why loving music is the only prerequisite to making it. Because at the end of the day, making music is love. And the world needs a little bit more of that. We live in a world where it's easier now than ever to make music. I fail to see how a world where you have your say is any worse off. I might even like it. And then stage 3, it's terminal. And also a little bit of a sliding scale between the previous stage. There's a sliding scale of what you steal and what's yours, and along that scale you just kind of hope no one notices. So basically, if you want to make music and you don't know how to start, make covers, and then you do your own version of them, and maybe you slip in your own melody, your own vocals, your own lyrics. Eventually it's just going to be yours. You're just making music. So off about my motivational bullshit, I'm just going to show you how to do it. And how? By stealing from myself. This is my first ever cover. I'm just going to be remaking this today. And so, in the words of the great Break-ins,
98% of all my flows are stolen. Just do it, Nike.
Time to listen to the track. And I know it's going to be bad. And it's going to be cringe. But you know what? If you can cringe at yourself, that means growth. And that line of thought is cope. So, this is my cover of Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD. Rip Juice, he expired way too early. Rest in pop tops. I make bad joke to hide very real pain, okay? Just let a lad cope. I made this 6 years ago, so please judge me in context. I think I'd only been producing for a year or so. Sonically, lyrically, thematically, I'm quite removed from the song. I didn't even get it back then. I was too priorly occupied to be having relationship problems. I was just playing some piano that I stole, and then I sang a melody over it, which I also stole, and I made a beat around it using a program I stole. It's okay, I fell off board, you know. But this is the song I'm going to remake today. I wish I had more to say. Yes, you got me. I'm dilly-dallying. I don't want to relive this. I don't want to remind people I made this. Okay, it might not be that bad. Okay, the mixing is terrible. That's fine. I still hate my voice. The mixing hurts my earballs. Is this even on key? What is that? Why are you... Did I reverse that? I don't think it sounds good. Okay, so not the worst thing. Not great, but not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So that's like, I can at least show this part in the video. I'm not like curling up into a ball. God, that tired me out, man. Yeah, no, I don't think that what's there is necessarily bad. Well, the vocals are bad, but I guess like the arrangement and like the layers that are there is just not very interesting, and it doesn't really develop. I definitely could do it better. The bar is in hell, so I hope I can do it better now. It's been 6 years. I'm trying to take all this pent up cringe and channel it towards remixing this and making it to a not this anymore. Sorry, I'm still recouping. Yes. Let's make the beat. Bada bing.
So I'm going to start this remix in the same way that I started the original cover, with thievery, because some things never change, and I still can't for the life of me write chords. So the original cover started when I started playing this arrangement of I Know You So Well. And then I just started humming, I still see your shadows in my room. So that's how the original came about, just with playing shit that wasn't mine, singing shit that wasn't mine. I think I'm just going to keep these chords. I might change them up a little bit just to keep the song interesting. And I know I'm going to need to leave a little bit of room for my favorite part of the music process. Guitar, specifically twinkly guitar. Sort of like Midwest emo inspired, I guess. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's so much fun to play, It's fun to write and noodle around and figure out. It's absolutely beautiful to listen to. It's like fucking ear candy, unfettered, unlimited ear candy all the time. Diabetes. I'm just gonna play a bit of guitar into the song just to spruce it up a little bit, and I'll see what we come up with. And just a little pinch of harmonics. Fuck me, I love guitar, man. Alright, on to the vocals. Yeah, so for vocals, I don't really know how to talk about it. Oh, that was easier than I thought, huh?
Dancing in my room, enough to give to you. We question if I knew love isn't you.
Yeah, and I guess over this time my singing has improved. You know, I no longer need picture. I use auto-tune. And for the following sections, I thought I'd write some original lyrics. So for that, I stole from myself. There's a bit of poetry I wrote, which is what my thoughts usually are before I contort them into lyrics. Here it is. Don't look too deeply. I'm still keeping that thing on me. An air of misery. Yeah, I felt like this was like a good progression of how I feel about my relationships compared to the original, which I sang when I had never been in one. Hopefully you can hear some of that sentiment and imagery in the final song here. Shit, I didn't even talk about drums. Welcome to the drums that I somehow forgot. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it this time around. For me, the drums have always been a process of just feeling it out, which, you know, might not mean a lot to somebody who doesn't make music. But, you know, if you listen to music, you kind of get where drums are supposed to be, and it's just a matter of clicking it in. And I wasn't really feeling a particular thing to put down. I wasn't trying to do something specific with the drums. So I kind of just like let the beat feel on me. And yeah, I just I recreated the beginning section. I thought it was fine. It was like serviceable. And I was lazy, honestly. I just got kind of stuck working on it. So just to kind of get me going, I just recreated the first bit. And then this section here in the middle, I actually made last. I don't know, people told me it sounded R&B. I definitely didn't intend for that. I'm not even sure if it does, really. But, you know, functionally, I felt like a nice, tempoed breakdown was appropriate before this release, emotion, catharsis. Man, I can't tell you how much I loved making this bit. It was fun as hell. And it's fucking fire too. Okay, no. Hey, I think I did pretty fucking well there. I think it's just because I love the person I wrote about, and music is just my way of showing it. And during this, I really felt in love with the process, and I loved what came out of it. This is what you stand to gain by following my quick and easy tips to expressing yourself. I wanted it to be a showcase of why I love making music and why I think other people should do it. That's really the only goal I came into the song with. God, I'm glad the song didn't turn out shit. I wouldn't have made for a very good into the video. Speaking of, I don't really have much more to talk about. If you love music, subscribe, join our Discord down below if you want to send tracks for us to listen to, or you need some help starting. And yeah, I guess here's the final last final surprise. We've got an AMV courtesy of Arkham. His links will be down below. He's done some music videos for us before, and he does good shit too. Okay, now actually time for the song.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, but I cannot change you, so I must replace you. It's easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. I thought you were the one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me. She paints love, but I can't put it to canvas. Till I question if I understand it. I'll try not to answer for you. And exercise caution. Watercolor leaking from the damage. I'm burnt out, I'm scribbling in ashes. Draw back before I ask this. Is there's space in the shadow of your heart. The shadows dancing in my room. Too long enough to give to you. Makes me question if I knew. Start with you. The shadows dancing in my room. Too long enough to give to you. Makes me question if I knew. Start with you.
I don't know who the chick in the AMV is, but this shit's bumping, bro. Almost makes me wanna subscribe. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to Ariel as well for mixing this song. He made this entire outro section. It's sick. I've been listening to it non-stop since he sent it to me. Full thing's gonna be on SoundCloud. We have a music on Spotify, so if you want a song to cover, you know, I don't know, could be cute. Yeah, this is probably gonna be my last video for a while. I was trying to do one a month, but yeah, that's probably gonna slow down as I start this new project. And I'm glad that this last one is actually dedicated to two people in my life. One who loves music way too much, Ariel, and one that I hope will get into it more. Okay, that's actually the last time I can make that joke. Yeah, well, so a lot of love in this video. A lot of love in the song. I hope you felt that, and I hope you channel that energy into the music you make, and I hope this video gave you the tools to do that and the confidence to share it. Peace.